Hey there, welcome back to A Maker Studio YouTube channel. I'm so excited that you are here with us today. My name is Lianep, and normally you would find me on my own YouTube channel, DIY Beauty on Purpose, where I create DIY high-end decor all on a budget. It is such an honor to be here once again partnering with A Maker Studio. Today I have for you a spring Easter DIY decor that I know you're going to love. It's very neutral and very organic, and I love that style. It's actually my preferred style, so I can't wait to show you what I make. Before we get to the actual DIY, I want to go over some of the materials and supplies that we're going to be using today. That way, if you want, you can take notes and recreate this yourself at home. Alright, so the two stencils that I'm going to be using from A Maker Studio is this farm animal one that was part of a larger one, and I did cut off the animal portion of it. And we're also going to be using this cute little farmhouse mesh stencil as well. So some of the items that we're also going to be using are some Easter eggs. These are some of the larger ones. They're not the smaller ones. And I'm just going to use 3 of them. I got these at the dollar store. I'm also going to be using some caulk. You can use some spackle. You can use anything you want to add texture to the eggs. We're also going to use some of these little signs, wooden signs from the dollar store. I'm going to use a few of those. I'm going to use a wooden tag that I got. I believe this was at Hobby Lobby, if I'm not mistaken. I'm also going to be using a wood burning tool. I'll show you what I'll use that for. If you don't have one, you don't need it. You can just use hot glue or any other glue, so don't worry about that. And of course, we're going to be using some paint. I'm also going to be using One Step paint in the Ballet white. I'm also going to be using some gel art ink in the Can't Never Could. I also use the English boxwood, but I'm not sure if we're going to use it, so it just depends how things evolve. But that's basically what I'm going to use it. Oh, and I'm also going to be using a basket and also some faux greenery to put in the basket. We're going to create a very beautiful organic Easter arrangement, and I can't wait to show you, so let's get started. So the first thing we want to do is we want to get these eggs nice and soldered so that they don't come apart so easily like these eggs normally do. So we're just going to keep them close like this, and then we're going to take my wood burning tool, and I've done this several times now on my YouTube channel, and it works out really well. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be melting that seam, and essentially it's just going to be soldering it so that it's nicely tight and not coming off. So the way we just do it is literally we just kind of like brush the wood burning tip all around that seam, and it's really quick, like it doesn't take any time at all. And then we are going to just solder it, and I'll show you here a close-up on what I'm talking about. It gets kind of stinky, but see, it's not coming out because now we have that seam nicely sealed. And we're going to do the same thing for the other ones. They do have them on Amazon, the wood burning tools, but of course you can use hot glue, you can use super glue. The hot glue might work really well because even if you add a little bit of glue, it may melt the plastic and then, you know, kind of like in its own way solder it as well. So it may actually work really well as well. So we're just going to finish it off. What I like about the wood burning tool is that it also flattens it, so it doesn't make it too clumpy. You can still see a little bit of texture, but that's okay. But it just doesn't make it clumpy like wood glue, or not wood glue, hot glue would, or any other glue. But either way, it should work out, okay? Because we're going to add a lot of texture to these eggs. All right, so let's turn this off. Now that we have the eggs nicely soldered, we are going to start putting some caulk on them. It's really easy, and it's actually quite satisfying. Hopefully I'll have enough, but we should. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start just putting some on each egg. And then we are going to start spreading it, just like if you would be spreading like butter or frosting or something. You can brush it on, but it's just so much easier to use your hands, and actually it adds just so much more texture because you're just
making it messy. So we're just going to add that and keep that one as is, and we'll add more if we have enough caulk. We should, but here's for that. All right, and it dries pretty quickly actually. Doesn't, you would think it takes a little long, but it really doesn't. All right, so we're gonna just keep adding this texture. You kind of see where I'm going, right? We want these eggs to just have these really cool old farmhouse style textures, since that's the style we're going with, farmhouse. And then we're gonna add some here. And you may have to throw away the gloves after, because it's just, you can wash them, I guess, but spread it. And that's the beautiful thing about making things your own with texture and making it look organic, is that you can do whatever you want. All right, we're gonna take this off. We're gonna cover this. We're gonna let that dry and move on to the next step. All right, one of the first things I want to start doing is start placing the greenery, even though we're not gonna style it yet. But the reason why I do that is because that way we can kind of see the tones of colors that we're getting, and kind of like the feel of it, and that'll give me a little bit of an idea on how to what colors to use when I'm painting. So we're just going to start adding some of these greenery, and it doesn't have to be completely perfect. We just kind of want an idea. If you see, I'm kind of placing it kind of like in a almost circular motion. This is just so that it kind of looks like a nest. Kind of what I'm looking for. All right, so that's kind of closer to what I'm looking for. I'm also going to be using just random greenery moss things that I have from the dollar store. So I'm just going to start placing some of those just randomly. And let's see, maybe some of this Spanish moss. That'd be pretty. Right here in the center, like a little nest. Oh, that'd be great. All right, so this gives you an idea. We'll move things around in a little bit as I move things, but it gives me an idea of what colors I'm going with. So I may not use this green too much because there's a lot of green going on already, even though I love it. All right, so the eggs are pretty dry. It didn't take but maybe a half hour. It does dry really quick. I'm gonna try to put them here. See how they have those little holes already on there? I'm gonna try to put them snugly in there and see if that'll help me paint them better, because I think we all know how these eggs can be rolling around. I think that's gonna work actually. Just put them. There you go. I might have put them too close together. Let me just cut them, put them at different heights. That'll help it. Let's see. That's perfect. All right, so we are going to paint them using the Ballet white, the one-step paint. It's such a beautiful, beautiful white. It's one of my favorites. I love it. All right. We're just going to start painting. Let me put this over here. Actually, it'd be best if I hold him. See that texture that it already has? It's just beautiful. I love adding texture to things. It's one of my favorite things to do. Like when I thrift vases or anything, adding texture just makes it look so custom, so unique, and many times I feel like it makes things look a lot more high-end than what it is. You know, sometimes I mean a lot of the things that I create every day are things that I use thrifted items or dollar store items, and just Look how beautiful that is. See all that texture? Stunning. All right, let's take the other one and start painting it. Such a good coverage this paint has. If you have not tried the one-step paint, it is fantastic. So there's a link down in the description box that you can certainly go click and check out all of A Maker Studio's products, and including the paint. All right, here comes the last one. Isn't this fun? All right, so we are going to let that dry and we'll come back to them. I told you we were going to work on we're going to use some of these little wooden little signs, but we're going to leave them this color. I think it's going to be a really cute contrast with the green and the whites that's going to be in there. So, and I love that it already has that little line and it's distressed right there. So that's perfect. We're just going to use 3, I believe. And we're going to leave them like this. However, for the little tag, we are actually going to paint the tag. And we are going to paint it white. And we're just going to do the top. See how it has like that ledge? We're going to leave this in that natural wood tone. So I'm just going to be very, very careful. And if it gets on it, it's okay. All right, so we're just going to paint it. And it looks like only 1 coat is needed. So we're just going to let it dry. Right, so there you go. That looks cute. All right, so now we're going to take the little tags and the little farmhouse mesh stencil. And so I want to, of course, use the bunnies. I think that'd be really, really cute. But it is really close to all the other animals. So what I'm going to use, I'm going to use some painter's tape so that I can cover these right here. And that way I'm not stressed about getting, you know, paint on the other side of the stencil. So that way we can freely do that and it'll be nice and easy. We're gonna do the same thing with this one. See, so now we have the 2 bunnies nice and ready. Now we're gonna take some of the Well I Declare gel art ink, and that's what we're gonna use to stencil it. So we're gonna put that there. And now we have 3 little tags, so I think I'm gonna do 2 with this one and 1 with this one. And we're just going to remove the stencil. And what's beautiful about these reusable stencil is that they are reusable. So I have already used this one before, and I'm using it again, and I'm just love the fact that you could do that. So we're just going to place it there on the little tag. Press it down. I'm going to take some ink just like this and start kind of like wiping it. Move it. Look how cute. All right, and then we're gonna do 2 with this one. I think that's the plan. I off-centered it just a little bit so that it just doesn't look like perfect. All right, so we're going to do the same thing. Just grab some ink. So we're going to remove it. Cute. And then the next one, I'll do it more towards like this side. And then do the, okay, that's it. Look how easy that was. Beautiful. All right, I'm gonna wash these because it is recommended that you wash them right away after you're done using them, so that they last you longer. So you just have to rinse them under the running water with just like maybe lukewarm water, and just rub it with your fingers and make sure all the paint is off. So now we are going to take the other mesh stencil and we are going to remove it. I've used also this one before. And we're just going to place this one right here, centered to the tag. Just stick it as best as we can. we are going to put some of the Can't Never Could gel art ink, and then we are going to take the squeegee and start applying it. Okay, look how quick that is. And then look at that. That's just perfection. I love all the details. I love that it already has that. The details already have that farmhouse look that I love. So there's really no need to distress, although once it dries, you can certainly distress it more, but it is just perfection. So I'm gonna wash this one now and I'll be right back. All right, so the eggs aren't completely dry. I think some spots still have a little wetness, and it's okay. We are going to add some freckles on them, some speckles. So we are going to take some of this antiquing wax, and we're just going to put a stencil brush. This is a very hard bristle stencil brush, okay? And now we are going to get our hands dirty. And it's okay. It comes off. So we're just going to kind of like spritz it, okay? There you go. Gotta really go at it. All right, see that? We're gonna put that here again. Take the next one. And I warn you, it is messy. Let's do this. That's that. And again. Ooh, that's a lot. Okay. Oh, Lord. There's that one. Look at that. All right, let's wash my hands and I'll be right back. All right, so we're gonna go back to the basket here, and I kind of have it. It kind of looks good. I like it, except I'm going to try to turn these greenery just a bit, because, all right, let's see. I'm going to try to intertwine the branches, like the greenery, all together. So, because it is full greenery, you know, it's not going to be perfect. Neither is nature. So, all right, so we have our little nest. We have the greenery. Some of these little moss balls, we're just gonna kind of place. They don't have to be the star. They're not the star, but they will provide just additional texture to the entire look. I think that looks nice. Let's hide this one there. Yeah, that looks pretty. So let's place the eggs. Let's see if they're dry. Should be. We're gonna take them out from here. Took the egg out, and now we're just gonna start placing them. Kind of see how it looks. You just kind of have to follow your instincts. So this one's still a little wet, but we're just gonna place it right there. Maybe right there. And then the last one, just kind of looking at what the best look will be. Oh, isn't that pretty? All right, then we're gonna take the little tags that we made with the bunnies and just gonna start placing them kind of different areas. I like things in threes. So 3 eggs, 3 tags, kind of like that. Pretty good setup. Okay, so then we have the other tag, the one with the little rooster. So we're just gonna put a ribbon around it. See how this one fits. It may be too small. And I'm thinking I just want to tie it. So we just push it through there. It's a little further to the left side now. And we're just going to make a very simple bow. So this Easter basket is very organic. It's perfect for a centerpiece, for a console table, an entryway table, anywhere where it's just going to look pretty. It's just going to look so beautiful in Easter decor, and I can't wait. I'm actually going to keep this one. And I know what you're thinking. You say that all the time. But this one I knew from the beginning I was going to keep it.
So we are all done, and I am so pleased and so excited with the way this turned out. I love it. It is so farmhouse, so organic, so natural, fresh, farmhouse looking. I love it. And I love how the little tags, the bunnies fit perfect in the little tags. And then of course the bigger tag down here, very farmhouse. I just love those mesh reusable stencils. They're so easy to work with, and I love that I can use them over and over again. Don't forget to check out all the links down in the description box where you can find all of these products and more. I want to thank A Maker Studio once again for partnering with me and having me here in their platform. It's always a pleasure, and I'm just honored to be able to do so. Don't forget to visit my YouTube channel, DIY Beauty on Purpose. Check it out. If you love what you see, I hope you consider joining our own YouTube family. Have a blessed day, have fun creating, and I'll see you later. Bye.